All right, so we're moving on from 2014 to 2015, which is of course a good occasion to look at what cool stuff has happened when it comes to retro gaming the last year, because there were some pretty interesting bits of news and announcements and sad news as well, which might probably be a good starting point. Obviously, Ralph Baer died, which was pretty sad news. I mean, as it always is when someone dies, he had a long life, so that's pretty fortunate. And
he was very old, so it wasn't very sad story. But
did some amazing things in his life, such as play a big part in creating video games. Period. He was there at the forefront of video gaming, and personally, my first console ever, the Philips Video Pack, which was a rebrand of the Magnavox Odyssey 2 here in the Netherlands. But the Magnavox Odyssey was obviously Ralph Baer's creation, one of the first commercially produced home consoles, which was his handiwork. So for me personally, my first console was basically made by Ralph Baer, so it was sad news to hear he died last year. Good news as well. I'm a big Street Fighter fan, and obviously Street Fighter is one of the most popular fighting game franchises ever. When Street Fighter 2 came out, I actually played 1 as well in the arcades, but when 2 came out, my mind was blown. And the new Street Fighter 5 was announced, and I thought that was pretty interesting since it was announced exclusively for PC and PlayStation 4. So basically, when it comes to consoles, it's going to be a PlayStation 4 only title. Are you into fighting games?
No, not really into that hardcore fighting games. I'm only into Super Smash Bros, but that's not really a fighting game.
No, more party fighting game.
Yeah, it's a party fighting game. Also a good year for Nintendo, if we're talking about that.
Yeah.
Mario Kart, Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
It kinda is retro gaming because of the
series. Classic franchises, and the Wii U is finally picking up steam.
I'm happy to see that.
Had a bit of a rough start.
Yeah, I had a bit of a rough start indeed, but I'm happy to see it's picking up some good first-party titles.
Well, basically, it's mostly first-party titles. It's always been Nintendo's problem ever since basically the GameCube. They've had a few nice third-party games, but most of the biggest titles on Nintendo consoles nowadays are made by Nintendo. Although Bayonetta 2 was pretty freaking amazing this year as well.
Yeah, it was really amazing.
Bunch of fun with that. So that was good news. Also pretty interesting, the ET Atari cartridges being dug up. Obviously Microsoft was quick to claim the whole thing and use it as good marketing to sort of connect their brand with this amazingly cool story of all the old Atari ET cartridges being buried in the desert. Urban legend. Let's see if they're there. And they were dug up and they were there. And
they were sold.
And they were sold.
Yeah, for how many? In the tens of thousands? Yeah. I recall it was $35,000 for one cartridge.
Crazy shit happens when it comes to these kind of products, because I mean, I love retro gaming collectible scene as well. I was more into it due to the gameplay and just simply playing the old stuff. Obviously nowadays, working with Magix buttons, I do think it's very interesting to see what happens when it comes to the collecting side of retro gaming. But sometimes the prices for just like these weird,
it's insane,
exclusive products, just weird stuff happens when the price gets driven up high, sometimes unnaturally high.
But it's not only retro gaming, it's also with modern gaming, like the Legless Peach amiibo was going for 20,000, which is really insane.
With the two cannons.
Yeah, collectors are really, really weird people.
You take that back.
Yeah. I am myself, so.
Yeah, no, but it was interesting. When it comes to Ultimate Collectibles, one thing that popped up here at Magix Buttons, we made a video of it as well.
Yes.
I thought it was worth mentioning because, as I stated, I'm into retro gaming first of all because of the games, but I do think it's pretty interesting to see what kind of weird things people collect, and especially when it comes to prototypes and one-off things. The Nintendo World Class Surface set, I had never heard of it. I was shocked to see how much the individual pieces go for, and this near complete set that popped up here, I thought was incredibly cool to check out. Used to refurbish the old NES and Super Nintendo consoles back in the day, and nowadays it's such a rare and exclusive collectible. It goes just way up to 5 digits. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, pretty awesome. Especially in the state it was almost near mint.
Yeah. It looked like brand new basically. So that was pretty rare. I think everybody that has owned it up to now was really careful with it, obviously, because
it's worth a lot.
Yeah, it's worth a lot. I think people are well aware. I had never heard of it, so I thought that was pretty cool. Also, some records were broken. I always love this kind of stuff, especially when I say I still enjoy playing the old arcade games. I actually have my own Donkey Kong arcade cabinet in my living room, the old 81 classic. And the Donkey Kong record was broken. Obviously, more people are aware of the whole record-breaking thing in old arcade games, thanks to, for instance, The King of Kong, an amazing documentary. If you haven't seen it, let it be the first thing you watch. I think it's so incredibly cool. Everything that happens in the documentary is like watching a Coen Brothers movie, but all the characters are real. Obviously, Billy Mitchell, Steve Wiebe were previous record holders, and now Robbie Lakeman, in a little over 3 hours, I think, put down a new record. You can actually see the stream of it. He recorded over-the-shoulder gameplay. It's just crazy. Another record as well in the old Mario Bros. Arcade was broken. Maximum Steve broke that record. And if you just see the people play these old games at this level, it's just crazy. The old games are so incredibly hard, and especially getting these kind of scores, it's just impossible for us mere mortals. So 2 new records were broken this year as well, which I always think is pretty cool news, that people still play them this passionately. And some anniversaries. 2014 had several. One was World of Warcraft, was 10 years old. I've been playing it for over 10 years, and they released a pretty cool movie. You can just check it out online. It's called Looking for Group. Especially with how many people played, there's a good chance, if you're watching this, you would have played World of Warcraft at some point. If not, the documentary is still incredibly cool because it shows how this phenomenon sort of came about. Because at some point, close to 14 million people were playing. It dropped down to 7. It's up now again due to the popularity of Warlords of Draenor. I still think it's an amazing game. I still play it with a lot of enjoyment. But the documentary is a must-watch if you're into gaming, whether you play World of Warcraft or not, because it just shows so many interesting facets of the entire game and its development and its growth in popularity as well. And other anniversaries, we actually had a bunch, because a bunch of the old consoles came out 25 years ago, so we had 25-year anniversaries for the Mega Drive or the Genesis, which was a console I absolutely loved, had so many great games. A less known console had its 25th year anniversary as well. Unless you're a serious collector, then obviously you know the PC Engine, aka the TurboGrafx 16, which I never owned, but I did play at a friend who had it. It was very exclusive here in Europe, never released here officially. It was the first 16-bit console out in Japan, and actually remained more popular in Japan than the Mega Drive when it was released. Due to its year, it was released earlier, just that it had started everything else when it came to 16-bit gaming. Obviously, the Mega Drive blew it away in Europe and America, but still, the PC Engine I thought was an incredibly cool machine, especially Bonk, which was its own platforming game, PC Kid. I thought it was a really cool game, and the Game Boy had its 25-year anniversary as well. Which obviously, when it comes to being one of the most important handheld devices ever in video gaming, is pivotal, and it's still a great collectible. And obviously the machine itself with the D-pad, the cartridges, So many cool aspects. So yeah, a bunch of pretty legendary retro hardware had its 25th year anniversary in 2014 as well. Overall, a pretty amazing year. If you look at it this way, did you have anything else you wanted to add?
Yeah, you're almost forgetting one. More recently, the PlayStation
20 year
yeah, the
anniversary.
PlayStation
Sure.
one with the special edition PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Which goes for insanely high prices. Here in the Netherlands, we can't buy it. Like in Japan, I believe
Yeah,
you could buy it from
when you look at
retailers.
the collecting market, obviously everything 8-bit and 16-bit was very sought after. But PlayStation has been gaining popularity when it comes to serious collecting the last years, and especially everything from PlayStation 1. Bunch of people are going nuts over it, and I mean it's pretty logical if you look at the amazing games that were released on the PlayStation 1 as well.
Yeah. So no, maybe the Zelda game, of course, also for the Wii U. I almost forgot. No, the new game for the Wii U.
Oh, the Wii U.
Yeah, also the Majora's Mask.
Yeah, it was
but the new game was
announced.
also pretty amazing. The trailer, so I almost forgot that with the Super Smash Bros. Mario Kart
Well, with
mentioned.
the
But
announcement, I'm gonna be more excited when I know when it's actually gonna be released. I think it's probably gonna be their big fall title in 2015.
yeah, I guess we have to wait another year.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good year, I think, before it's released. But it was pretty amazing news. They're remaking the Ocarina of Time in 2D as well, which we posted about on our website. That was pretty cool news as well. But I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's it.
Everything
I got
covered.
nothing to add to this.
It was a pretty amazing year for retro gaming, 2014. Let's hope the same for 2015.
Yeah, let's hope it gets any better.